Hello, 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 my beautiful empresses. Welcome back to Embody Your Empress. I'm your host, Sarah King, and today we're going to be talking about a day that was really instrumental to me, a day that changed my trajectory of my life, and a day that was almost a little bit sad in my heart because I realized where I had been allowing myself to give my power away. And that's one of the most important things I talk about with women is our power. And do we have sovereignty of it? Are we autonomous with our decisions, or are we just giving it all away to anyone that comes along, to anyone that wants to plug into our energy? And are we just swept up in this life, not really knowing where we're going, what we're heading to, just being like on a current and it's taking us wherever it wants to go rather than wherever we want to go. So the day I realized I wasn't living my truth was the day that I woke the hell up. Like, that is for real. The day I realized that I was not even truly living, not living for myself in that regard anyway, was the day that I had to take a really good hard look in the mirror and decide what I wanted. I was at a place where I didn't even know. I couldn't name anything of what in my heart, my body, my soul, what I wanted in life. And that scared me. That scared me. So today is going to be very vulnerable. It's going to be raw, my friends. It's going to be raw. This is behind the curtain of my own journey. And I'm sharing this today because this is my truth and this was super real. And I know that there are those of you out there who are in this right now and you may not know what to do next. You may not know your next step, and I'm here to tell you it's okay. Everything will work out. Everything will work out, and there are things that you can do to support yourself on this journey. You just don't have to keep in that same stuck place. You don't have to keep in a place of feeling lost. You don't have to keep in a place where you're giving your power away without even any understanding of it. I know what it's like. I know how confronting it can feel. So hang on to your crowns, my beautiful empresses. When we're going in there, we're going to have a look. And look at me. I turned out fine. I turned out fine. Sure, there was some tears along the way. And that's great. And that's fantastic. And that's exactly what needed to happen for me. The more that we journey through what we truly want in this world, the more expression, the more emotion, the more thoughts and the feelings we have that challenge us, that level us up, that give us a new perspective. I'm so excited. I can't get the words out. This is for you guys. This is like full messaging coming through here right now. So if you have not had your eyes open, if your eyes have been shut, you've been telling yourself you're too busy, you're too tired, you've got too much going on with life to even worry about your own. All that can wait. It doesn't even wait. You can do it while living your life. I had my spiritual awakening when my first child was really young. She was only a year and a half old, and I went to an afternoon that was all about shamanic practices, actually. And this really taught me how to access the outer realms of what I conceive in this 3D world, like this 4D world. I can go beyond that in a click now because of what I learned in that afternoon and the power of people's words and people's projections. And I've talked about this on the show with other guests as well. The power of what someone else says to you. You have to be super aware of what you take on into your psyche. Because on that really super transformative day for me, the facilitator actually said, "Oh, you're a young mum." Well, I wasn't young, but I had a young child. I'm a new mum, I should say. "Oh, you're a new mum." Yeah, not many of those decide to go on their spiritual journey. It just takes up too much attention away from the family. And if I had of let that challenge me, get in my way, if I took that on board as a truth that was not true for me, then I would shudder to think about where my life would be right now. It would look so different. But my spiritual journey had already cracked. I'd already started awakening. I'd already begun this path and I couldn't turn back. I couldn't put the worms back in the can. I had too many questions. I was deeply invested already. And from that moment of opening my eyes up and allowing myself to see, like I saw so many things that are not tangible. And I knew my truth from then on. I knew what was true for me. It was just taking me time to integrate how I show up in this world with all of the other beautiful realms supporting me and around me and being comfortable with that and sharing that. So I know what it's like for people to, I like to call them the naysayers, the people that want to get in the way, the people that want to live in the fear and that try to override your truth with a fear of their own. But we are not here for that. We are here to live our best authentic life, to be genuine, to be in touch with our intuition, to know when we are guided. Oh, I've got tingling hands. To know when we are guided from our power above us, who is talking to us constantly, who wants us to know how much we are loved, even when we feel unlovable on the inside, to know how worthy we are just for being here on this earth. We don't have to do anything to prove that we are worthy. And yet, for years and years and years in my heart, I did not feel worthy of anything in my life. Even the other day, I was speaking about money, and what came through for me was I had placed a box around a financial limit because I did not think I was worthy of holding more, even though I've held more. It took me to say it out loud for me to realize in a snap that that was a false belief implanted in there, and that I actually am worthy and I choose myself and I choose to be worthy of all the beautiful things this world has to offer. Oh, and you are worthy too. You are worthy. We have so many delightful things here in this world. It's ours. We just have to reach out and take it. That is why I have put together this beautiful learning into a group that I'm so excited for. It's called the Empress Rising. And the content of this 8-week course, I actually channeled after the birth of my second child. I was literally in the hospital writing down notes because the information was just coming through me, and it needed to be created. And so I've had this information for nearly 5 years, and it's been waiting for the right time. It's been waiting for the right version of Sarah to be here I was going to say to give it to you, but you're there. You don't even need it given to you. You're here to just soak it all in. And I'm super excited. We're about to launch the first group of the Empress Rising. And this talks about the journey, that person I was before I knew there was a energetic world out there, before I knew there were things that I couldn't see or I might not be able to hear clearly, that always wanted to surround me with love, to be around me, and that it was okay, and that I had permission to step outside of myself and ask, who was I? Who could I be? Who was I meant to be? What were my dreams? What were my goals? What were my desires? What did my higher self want me to do? And I learned to tune into my intuition. I learned to trust that guidance hand on my back, even though taking the first step into anything can be the scariest thing. And I'm here to help you with this because I know what it's like when you are feeling stuck in the mud, when you're feeling lost in life and you don't know what your purpose or desire is, and you can't hear any guidance, and you can't feel any guidance, and you can't see any guidance coming through, and you feel so lost and so alone and so empty. Despite having the things in life that should make us feel enough, you feel empty because those other parts of you, the ones that are not so widely talked about, the ones that are not so widely accepted, have been missing in your life. And now they want to be seen by you. They want to be heard by you. They want to live your life with you because that is the side of you that can go out and do extraordinary things if you welcome them into your world with you and walk beside them rather as a separate thing, but walk together. We are not just a body in a meat suit here. We are so much more. We are this physical body and we are an energetic being, and our energetic being is always communicating with the energy in the universe around us, the direct messages from the Creator themselves. And oh my gosh, my hands are tingling again. Just all waiting there. They have the answers. The answers are there. We just have to tap in and listen and trust ourselves. And they understand that can be the hardest thing. Oh my goodness, my heart is about to explode. I'm so excited for what is possible here for you because I have been there. I have walked it. I have journeyed through the spiritual awakening, the dark night of the soul, the other dark night of the soul, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And every time I went through a dark night of the soul, I got back up. And my friends would compliment me. They'd go, Sarah, even though you are in it, you get back up every single time and you put yourself out there. And that was because I had trust in myself. I had trust in my guidance. I had trust in my intuition. Yes, I felt stuck and I felt lost so many times throughout the journey. And every time I was aware of that, I knew then to commit to my daily practices, to find myself spiritually again, to open up my channels, to love myself more. And with those things in place, things began to unstick. Trust began to flow. Opportunities began to arise, and my dreams and my goals became clearer. I wasn't silencing things anymore. I wasn't giving my power to outside resources. I was in my heart. I was in my spirit. Everything was aligning, channeling through me. And when I say about my tingling hands, that is part of it. That is the energy that flows directly through me from the Creator. That's when I know that what I'm saying is truthful for me and that somebody out there needs to hear it. I am speaking to someone that needs this in their life, that needs this in their heart, and things can shift in an instant when you have the right support in your life, cheering you on and knowing that this is possible for you. And that's why I love to bring people together in a group, because this is the most beautiful magic when we work together. When I work with clients, we're not just working one-on-one, but we're working as a collective. The whole energy of everyone that I call into my realm lifts each other up. integrate so many heartfelt tingles, truths into their individual lives. And it builds and it builds and it builds and it flows out into the collective and into our community. And it's the ripple effect of change. We always want to be a great mother. And how great is it when you are living with a small being that can see you asking questions, changing things up in life, living the life that you've always wanted rather than what's expected of you from our society, from the people around you. What it's like to explore freedom when you've boxed yourself up for so many years. What it's like to tune in and to hear God speaking to you when you feel the voice running through you, when you are on your way, when you're given validation for the steps that you are taking and you are feeling so loved and so held that radiates from you. That radiates from you. And no matter how you choose to do these things and what we talk about in the Empress Rising, we give you ways, we talk about different ways and we practice them and we share what works for us and what doesn't work for us because we are all unique and individual and all will have different ways that connecting is perfect and so aligned. Spirituality isn't a checklist. It's not about doing the right things for an hour every morning and then your life will be spiritual and everything will be just fine and dandy for the rest of your life. No, spiritual practice is doing exactly what calls you, what you need in that moment that aligns you with your higher self, with your soul, and with God. And that is a spiritual life. There are different ways that we can play with how we connect and what feels right, and what feels right tomorrow might not work for you next week, and what feels right for somebody else might not work for you ever. And it's fun to try it out and it's fun to play with it. And being playful in your spiritual journey is a gift. It is a gift. People don't need to take it so seriously. You can't stuff it up if you have a good, true, pure intention. And my intentions are always to show up as Sarah, to show up and lead with my heart, to show up and speak in a way of kindness and compassion and empathy, of support, of encouragement, of motivation, and of inspiration. And my mission here in this world is to hold your hand when you are in the mud, to hold your hand when you are feeling lost, and to hold your hand when you don't know where else to turn. Because I know I have felt that loneliness, and there is so much love out there. There is so much love ready and waiting for you. Your spark can come back through. Joy can come back through and be part of your everyday life. It's not a wild, crazy, out there ideal. It's so inside of you. And that's why I love working with women. Because we do that together. Well, you do that, and I'm there holding your hand. And when I see that spark of joy in your eyes, when I see that fire of passion, when I see that desire burning, I know you've got this. I know you've got this. So to share a practical thing that you might like to try today to see if this is something that you want to journey more into. Place your hand on your heart with me and just ask yourself, take a deep breath and exhale and ask yourself, what do I need today? One simple sentence. What do I need today? And allow your mind to quieten. And when it receives an answer, trust it. Trust yourself. Trust yourself because that's what you need. You've asked yourself what you need and it's come through. And go and do it. Put it into action. Then just check in with your body. How do you feel? How do you feel trusting yourself, putting it into action? Does it light you up? Does it bring joy? Does it bring you a peaceful sense? Does it bring in calm? Does it bring in motivation? Does it raise your energy and inspire more action? What is it that you need? What is it that you put into action? And how does that affect your life? Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I get to be part of this journey in an 8-week group. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. These women are going to have transformation after transformation. And that is just the beginning of the journey for them, because what you learn, you take with you in your life forever. After 8 weeks, it doesn't stop. 8 weeks is the beginning of the transformation process, the snowball. And that's the exact journey that you are being called right now, right here, to take. This is your sign. You've been wondering what's coming, what's next, what you need to be doing. Why do you feel so lost? This is your sign. It's reconnecting with your intuition. It's integrating with your spirituality so that is part of your everyday life. It's about breaking free from your self-doubt and your fear and actually truly living life authentically and genuinely and taking a step of confidence into yourself. It's about bringing yourself into your purpose and your power and living with passion and living with joy, living in happiness, however that may be, the enlightenment, the bliss, knowing that everything that happens is fine and okay, and life will not fall apart in one dip of our roller coaster, but knowing that you have the tools and you have practiced them to be able to support yourself from your root chakra all the way up to your crown in every way. You have got this. You have got this. I'm so excited for my women who are joining the Empress Rising. I'm just so excited for them. The Empress Rising is powerhouse changer. And we're going to be starting really soon. So if you are interested in joining me, send me a message. You can reach out on the socials, of course, over on Instagram, on Facebook, or you can shoot me a message via email, empressnation2025@gmail.com. Say, Sarah, I want to be in. I want to be in with you. And of course, I will pop a link in this show description so you can go straight there and have a look and see what everyone else is chatting about. Love you so much, Empresses. I would really love to hear what landed with you on this episode, what hit you in the heart, and what your next step forward is going to be. Because, honey, you don't need to be lost. You do not need to be stuck in that mud, and you do not need to be wondering what your next step is. Come and have a chat with me. I'll see you very soon.